Fellow Ghanaians, good morning. So fellow Ghanaians, our fight against illegal mining has always been tough. The miners fight back, the financiers hide in plain sight, and the rivers keep turning brown. But nothing, fellow Ghanaians, undermines that fight more than the very people we elect to make laws becoming the ones accused of breaking them. Fellow Ghanaians, over the weekend, we've all been shaken by the troubling allegations involving two members of parliament, Ebenezer Kwekuado of Esutifi North and Collins Dauda of Esutifi South. According to official reports, a team from the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS, supported by military officers, were carrying out an operation in the Ahafo region when they arrested some illegal miners and seized their excavators and weapons. As the team prepared to hand over the suspects to the police, then chaos broke out. The MP for Esutifi North, Honorable Ebenezer Ado, allegedly stormed the place with a group of young men armed, demanding that the suspects be released, and confronted the officers. The situation, as we know now, quickly escalated into violence. We are told vehicles belonging to NIMOS were vandalized and security personnel were forced to retreat. According to the allegations, Honorable Ado claimed to have been directed to intervene by Honorable Collins Dauda, another MP who we know was out of the country at the time. Both MPs have denied the allegations. Honorable Collins Dauda, speaking from South Africa, said he never instructed anyone to release the suspects or attack security personnel. He argues that not only did he only asked his colleague to visit the scene and ensure calm. Honorable Ado has also claimed that he only went there to mediate and prevent violence. But the gravity of the situation cannot be brushed aside. Fellow Ghanaians, the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Alban Bagbin, has spoken quite clearly on this matter, that Parliament will not shield any MP who is found to have engaged in misconduct. And that is exactly how it should be, fellow Ghanaians. We must all understand the seriousness of this moment. Illegal mining or Galamsey remains one of the greatest existential threats to this country. It is destroying our rivers, poisoning our soil, and killing our forest. It is leaving behind ghost towns of devastation. The work of NIMOS and the security agencies is therefore not just another government program. It is a fight for our collective survival, a fight for the soul of this country. So when MPs, ministers, or any politically exposed person is accused of interfering with that fight, they are not only breaking the law, they are betraying our collective. These allegations must not be swept under the carpet. It must not be treated as another episode of some political drama. They must be thoroughly, transparently, and urgently investigated. The Ghana Police Services CID must not leave any stone unturned. And if the evidence confirms these accounts, the consequences must be swift and severe. The MPs involved should both face parliamentary and criminal sanctions, suspension, prosecution, and removal from office, even if that is necessary. The Speaker has done well to make it clear that immunity is not impunity. Parliament must now match the rhetoric with real action. This is also a test for the institution of Parliament itself. For too long, Ghana's Parliament has looked away when members have flouted the law. When MPs have absented themselves for months, the law that required their seats to be declared vacant was ignored. When politicians interfered in police investigations, Parliament was silent. That must end. If this Parliament wants to regain the trust of the people, it must show that it will not tolerate wrongdoing among its own. And to the two MPs at the center of this controversy, if you have nothing to hide, you have to cooperate fully with the investigations. You have to tell your side of the story, but do so with the respect that your office demands. As we know, leadership is not about power, it's about accountability. This incident should also serve as a wake-up call to the entire political class. Illegal mining scourge is not just being driven by poor young men with shovels and mercury. Behind every pit, there are powerful people, financiers, chiefs, politicians, the business elite who fund and protect this criminal enterprise. The small boys who dig the mud are not the real threat. The threat lies in those who use their influence to shield the trade, and that is why a fight against Galamsey must start from the very top. If the big men and women behind it are punished, the small boys will stop. The Speaker's warning that no MP will be shielded is welcome, but this must go beyond warnings. The leadership of Parliament must demonstrate that no title, No constituency and no political color can excuse illegality. MPs must be role models in defending the law, not undermining it. If lawmakers are seen breaking the same laws they passed, then what message does that send to the rest of society? Fellow Ghanaians, the fight against Galamsey is not a fight for one government or one party. It is a fight for Ghana. The rivers that are poisoned do not know the NDC or NPP. The forests being cut down do not vote. And the children who drink this toxic water do not care about political allegiance. This fight is about life itself. So like many of you, I joined the speaker in calling for a full, credible investigation. And if the allegations are false, but the truth, I should say, clear the names of those accused. But if they are true, let justice be done openly, swiftly, and completely. Because in this country, too many people have gotten away with too much for too long. The cycle must end somewhere. Fellow Ghanaians, every time an MP or a minister interferes in lawful operation, they weaken the very institutions that are meant to protect all of us. They embolden the criminal, they frustrate the officers who are risking their lives, and they tell ordinary citizens that the law does not apply equally. And when the law no longer applies equally, the nation begins to crumble. Fellow Ghanaians, we cannot afford to fail in this fight. Our forests are dying, our rivers are poisoned, and our moral backbone is bending under the weight of corruption and complicity. If we lose this war, it won't be because we lack soldiers or strategies. It will be because we lack integrity and courage. So let this be a turning point. Let Parliament prove it can rise above partisanship and defend what is right. Let every MP know that power is a responsibility, not a weapon. And let every Ghanaian remember that when those who make the laws begin to break them, the people must hold them to account. Good morning, fellow Ghanaians.